Come with me to fly 6 hours in a tiny little 4-seater plane all the way from Florida to Wisconsin. Our Uber driver dropped us off at the private airport and was like, "Hey, you got the PJ?" And we were just like, "Yeah." And then laughed when we passed all the private jets because those weren't our planes. This cute little one was. My dad's a pilot and I was actually supposed to fly standby commercially on our way home, but I got the flu the morning of. And I knew flying with the pilots would be much more comfortable, even though it's a longer flight. Although it only has 4 seats, the seats are much bigger and lay flatter than economy. So I masked up and flew home 6 hours with my brother-in-law and my dad, who were the pilots. Once the plane was fueled up, we could walk straight from our Uber to the plane. There wasn't any security or anything that we had to go to. The pilots did all of their pre-flight checks while Kenny and I hung out in the back and got comfortable. And before we knew it, we were heading towards the runway. We taxied for probably all of 2 minutes, and my dad finally turned off the AC, aka closed the door, and then we took off. The flight was pretty smooth sailing at first. About 15 minutes into the flight, we flew over Disney World. There's Epcot. There's Magic Kingdom. The castle is way smaller from the air. And this is where things took a turn, because see that storm on the iPad? Yeah, we're flying right into it, and there's proof. The air started to get pretty choppy, and remember, we're in a 6-seater, tiny little plane. Kenny was starting to get a little nervous, and I don't blame him, so we were breathing through it, and of course, the pilots in the front were not even faced by this massive storm that we were flying into. Luckily, the turbulence lulled me to sleep for a solid 3 hours, which, hello, economy could never. And I woke up only to find us back on the ground in Tennessee, halfway from Florida to Wisconsin, for a quick little bathroom and fuel break. About 10 minutes later, we were back up in the air on our last 3-hour leg back home. Unfortunately, I did not sleep at all on this last leg, which was very unfortunate because, like I said, I had the flu. So, of course, we went straight home and went to bed.